Hello everyone, Malphite here, and today I want to talk about the LCS organization Cloud9 and their roster for 2025, when they're going to be playing in the LTA with all these other teams: 100 Thieves, Dignitas, Disguise, FlyQuest, Leon Gaming, Shopify Rebellion, Team Liquid, and so on. So let's just get on with it, but before that, make sure you subscribe if you are new here. Now let's continue. Vulcan is gonna be their support. This guy is signed until 2026, so still has 1 year in his contract. Out of all the supports available in the league, I would say the current players that are maybe better are like Core JJ and maybe Busio really stepped it up, but there's just no need to pick any of these other players because this guy is really strong still, and he just still is signed under the contract, and it's just a really good guy to keep in your team, considering the support pool in the league. So Vulcan is going to be playing in the support position for Cloud9, and he is going to be playing there with Zven. So this was already confirmed. Zven is returning to AD carry. He was the support when there was Berserker on the team. He then later returned to Dignitas as their AD carry, and now he wants to play back in Cloud9, and now with Vulcan alongside him. I think Zven is actually very strong AD carry still. People are saying he's washed because he went to play support. I think when you go to play support, you learn some new stuff that you were not aware of before. Maybe you see the lane a bit differently, but most importantly, I've seen interviews with Zven where he was talking about his passion for the game, and it just seems like, unlike there's like a precedence in the league that many people are just there for stealing paychecks. That's a very common phrase recently. Many players are just there and they just play the game and make really solid money. But it really seems like Zven loves the game and wants to improve and wants to be the best. And many times he is a bit I cannot think of a better word, but let's say toxic towards his teammates and so on. And he's been talking about like reflections about the situation where maybe he should not have been this way and so on. But I think it all comes from the place of him really wanting to be better at the game. So I don't think it's that much of a downgrade compared to Berserker, because I think having Zven on your team just gives you this engine and this push to really get better and to try to move the team in a really good direction. And that's why I think Zven is a really good pickup for Cloud9, and he is going to make sure that everyone is trying their best and no one is slacking off and so on. Now in the mid lane, this was originally supposed to be Saint, who is coming to Leon Gaming, the other LTA team, the former Rainbow 7 or Movistar 7. Loki is the former HLE Challengers mid laner. This team was okay in the NACL. He's very young, 19 years old. And I think, I don't know, I wasn't like, in NACL I was mostly watching the T1 matches because of Reckless. Other matches I wasn't really paying attention to that much, so I've only seen the matches where he was playing against T1, and he was performing okay. I mean, it's really tough to know about these South Korean imports in the NACL, not NACL, the ATL, and since we already have Quad, we have Quid, there's Loki, there's Saint coming in, we even see him here, right? And so there's so many import players coming into the league, and it's really tough to know what you're going to get, but so far it's been working for most of the teams, so that's probably why all the other teams keep importing these players. So I think he will do just right. It's going to be interesting to see him playing against Quad, against Quid, against Saint, and so on. So yeah, I mean, I think he will do just fine. Now, when it comes to their jungle, it's obviously Blobber. Look at this guy. I mean, he's been playing in C9 basically his whole career. He was in some team for 9 days, so I don't know if that even counts. Then he was like in Team Sky for like 4 months, and since then he joined the C9 Academy, has been there like 2 years, first as support, then as a main player. Since then he joined Cloud9 and he's been there over 6 years. So this guy is just that legacy player for that team. He is to Cloud9 what Caps is to G2, what Faker is to T1, what Chovy is to Gen G, and so on, right? Like, he is that team player that is just so associated with a team, and it would be so weird to see Blobber anywhere else. And he's also, I mean, contracted until 2026. But still, Blobber is a very good jungler. You know, that C1 was supposed to be in Worlds this year, but got knocked out by the 100 Thieves, and, you know, then we got a lot of memes from that, so I think it's fine. But obviously, Blobber, a very, very strong player. Still, I think one of the best junglers in the whole league. Probably somewhere there after Inspired. But yeah, Blobber is staying. And then this one is not 100% still, but very, very likely that we are going to see Thanatos staying. So Thanatos replaced Fudge on Cloud9. He's been here since April 2024. And he's another very young rookie coming from South Korea. So they're going to have imports in top lane and in the mid lane. And yeah, I mean, again, similar case for Loki. I don't think there's much to say. He came to NA. He wasn't as impressive as I thought he would be. I thought he would be like very, very oppressive, something like Summit. Again, actually, this is one thing to mention. Summit is not in Leon Gaming anymore, so there's a slight chance that some team is going to pick Summit up, and maybe it's going to be Cloud9. But also, Summit is a bit of a how should I say it? A bit of a solo player, where he usually 1v9 games or just loses them. And so maybe that's not what Cloud9 is going for. And since he's still locked in under contract until 2026, I think they're most likely going to keep Thanatos. And I think Thanatos is very, very strong. He did not have the best performance last year, but I think he is going to show up, and he's going to really show everyone that he is strong, even though, you know, people are kind of low on him right now. So that is the roster pretty much. We have Thanatos in the top lane, Blobber in jungle, we have Loki in the mid lane from HLE Academy, we have Zven returning to the AD carry position, and we have Vulcan staying in the support. And so this is going to be the C9 lineup for 2025 season in the LTA, which is the former LCS. So let me know what you think about his roster. How well do you think C9 is going to place? Is there someone else you would like to see in this roster instead? And, you know, just let me know everything in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Hit the like, I would appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.